Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Habib. You are watching Habib Fragrances, where we review fragrances, criticize them, analyze them, deep dive into them, discover each and everything about them, and I suggest to you which one you need to get, which one you need to stay clear of. If you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and today we are going to be talking about Calvin Klein Into You for Him. It's a very overlooked fragrance, underrated fragrance, or is it rightly overlooked or not? Let's find out. Before we get into the breakdown of how this smells, let's take a quick look at this bottle and design. A bit of a unique, a bit of a quirky design. The entire bottle around on the outside has this white plastic cover. Around it, it says CK, and then in the number 2, U, and a small HIM, him. On the top, on the cap, it says Calvin Klein. The atomizer is this grayish blue color as well. On the bottom, it has a glass finish. Now, on the front of the bottle, there is this indent. It gives it like an angle, a view. I'm not really sure why it is the way it is, but it is what it is. And the one thing I do really like is because the bottom is glass, when you're about to end your fragrance, you can see, and if you really love this fragrance that much, you know when to pick up your next bottle. Let's get into the breakdown. In the top of Calvin Klein Into You for Him, we have tomato leaf and lemon. In the mid, we got cacao pod, and finally in the base, we have cedarwood, vetiver, and also white moss. Let's get into what it actually smells like. So, just spray in the air. Pretty decent atomizer actually, and I've actually been wearing this fragrance today as well. Been testing it, so I have the dry down on my hand, and yeah. So Calvin Klein Into You for Him was launched way back in 2017, and I believe I bought my bottle quite a few years ago, somewhere around 2016 or 2017 was it. I smelled it, I bore it for that one day, and I wanted to pick up the bottle. I wanted to get the bottle to discover more of this thing. In the opening, that lemon does provide the bit of freshness that bit of freshness that honestly a lot of fragrances should have. The tomato leaf brings out this very earthy, very green, very mossy vibe in it. Now, that tomato leaf combined with that lemon in the opening, it actually smells very nice. It's fresh, but not like a blast of freshness in your face. Not like your, air freshener, lemon flavored air freshener. It's not like, the ocean slamming in your face. It's more like a fresh breeze of a forest slamming in your face. That's the way I would describe this fragrance in the opening. That tomato leaf, because of its characteristics, combined with that cacao pod. Cacao pod is not super prominent. I don't feel like it's super prominent, but it is there. It does, with that freshness, put in a bit of sweetness, not like a gourmand sweet, not like a vanilla sweet, not like a candy sweet, just enough to give it that, earthy, mossy vibe. Now the cacao pod does kick in to hone down that freshness. The lemon is gone pretty quickly. So I feel of all of my testing of this fragrance that the lemon is gone in the first 20 to 30 minutes. Then you have the tomato leaf. The cacao pod really helps accentuate that tomato leaf and it gives it a little more depth and clarity. After the 2.5, when you're close to the 3 hour mark, is when the cedar wood, the vetiver, and the white musk do start to come out. Now, all three of them are very hard to pick up on. It's a combination of the three of them combined with the previous ingredients that really give it this very nice, woody, earthy vibe in the dry down. It smells pretty mature. It smells pretty refined, if you ask me. And it smells, now the vetiver has a little bit of a nice woody vibe. Cedar wood gives it this very woody, earthy vibe. Now the earthy vibe, because of the tomato leaf, is present in the opening, as well, but it's more of a fresh, you know, fresh breeze of the forest, as I said in the opening. Not very foresty, but a fresh breeze of the forest, because it is an aromatic cocoa fragrance. Now, really nice in the dry down, and the white musk. I really like how the white musk is present in it. It's not a musky fragrance. I'm going to be clear of that. But does it help accentuate the way this smells? Absolutely. Now, this is us discussing what the ingredients in this are like. How does it actually smell? It smells very fresh and clean in a very earthy way. Is it user friendly? Absolutely. It's a very user friendly fragrance. One thing I do want to be clear of is that in today's date and time, we're in 2025 right now, we're all about, the depthness of the fragrance, the richness of the fragrance. We're in the time of the elixirs and the absolutes and, the parfums, and we want it to be really long lasting, and we want it to be very rich and deep. This is not that type of a fragrance. It's much more of your fresh, clean, sophisticated Lelo type fragrance. What I mean by Lelo is it's not a blasting fragrance. Now this brings us to situations, versatility, longevity, and all of that good stuff. In terms of situations, this is very good, very masculine. It's not gonna offend anyone. No one's gonna say, "Oh, what does that smell? It smells strange. It smells weird. It smells..." No, nothing, none of that stuff. In fact, if you don't get a compliment with this, the other person will definitely be thinking that you do smell nice, you're well put together, you're taking care of yourself, if you don't get a compliment. So, from my testing and years of use of this fragrance, yes, people are going to like this. If they're not going to love it, they're going to like it enough to appreciate the fact that you have a good fragrance on, you smell nice. Easily wearable to the office, easily wearable when you're running your errands for the day, family gatherings, family events, office parties, club. No, I wouldn't recommend this for the club. You can even wear this to the beach and just about any other casual slash professional slash corporate sophisticated situation you can think of. Easily wearable to your outdoor activities for the day. Very, very good option for the gym. That is a fantastic choice of everything. When we talk about seasons, yes, it has the versatility to be worn year round. And which season does it perform the best in? Spring and summer is my absolute favorite time for this fragrance. Winter, easily doable for this, but there are much better options, much more richer, deeper options. Spring, summer, the best time. You can even wear this in fall. Daytime or nighttime, doesn't really matter. It's perfect, it's amazing in either situation. It is better to wear this in the day rather than the night. If it's an excruciatingly hot day and the night is pretty hot as well, wear this for the night. Hey, if you're going out for, if you're in the backyard for your barbecue, it's a barbecue night, great choice. You're gonna smell nice, you're gonna smell clean, you're gonna smell well put together as well with this thing. Age. Who can wear this? What age group should this be worn by? Teenagers can very easily wear this fragrance, especially during the summertime, in your school, when it's hot, after gym period, after football practice, after your basketball game, after you've cleaned up. It's a great choice. I already told you about office, I already told you about gym. Let's get into longevity, sillage, and projection. For longevity, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. With 5, 6, 7 sprays, I'm getting close to 7 hours with this, sometimes even 5+, sometimes a little less than that. It depends on, the situation, the environment you're in. If it's really hot, you're sweating, it might differ. If it's very windy, breezy, it might differ. But with 5 to 6 sprays, you're gonna get close to 7 hours, a little more than that maybe. depending on if more of your spray is on your skin or your clothes, the environment and the situation as well. So good longevity. Triage is actually pretty good with it as well. Out of those 6-7 hours, the triage is pretty much present there for at least 5 hours. After those first 5 hours, then it's closer to you. And before up to the 5 hour mark, you're gonna leave a good scent trail behind you wherever you go. And as I said, it's a good smelling fragrance. So no one's gonna be offended by it. People are gonna think you're well put together and you smell nice. Projection. In all of my tests, I've been very impressed. This fragrance has great longevity, great triage, and actually great projection. You're putting those 5 sprays on, your room is gonna smell nice. And it's gonna smell nice for a while. For the first 2 to 3 hours, you're gonna have a pretty decent arm's length or maybe a little more projection out of this thing. So that is the plus point of this thing as well. In conclusion, the best thing about this fragrance, despite the fact that it smells nice, it has a pretty interesting breakdown, which makes it smell really nice. It's very masculine. It has great longevity, great versatility, great projection, great triage. It has an amazing price, point. Last year, I saw this fragrance for around 20, 25 USD. Now, from the range of 20 to 30, you can very easily pick up this bottle. $20 to $30, depending on where you are. I online saw this fragrance for, I think it was like $24, and that's USD, so that'll be like what, close to maybe $30 Canadian. That is a steal for you. If you're spending 25 bucks on a fragrance that smells like this, that smells as nice, crisp, and clean as this, that has the versatility, the projection, and all the good stuff like I explained to you about this fragrance, you should have it. Even if you're a collector, you should have this because it's not that expensive for your collection. And even if you're not a collector, this is a fantastic fragrance for this price point to pick up. And you're a person that doesn't like to put too much thought into what you have to wear, what fragrance you have to put on. You don't like to waste your time doing that. It's superb, economical choice. Is it a signature scent worthy fragrance? Yes, it is. You can easily put this on every day, not regret it, not be disappointed, and actually enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts about this fragrance down in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you if you have actually used this fragrance, if you have not, if you're trying to, planning to, if you've just tested it. What do you think about this? Because I honestly think for the price, this is an amazing fragrance that you can easily buy. Like I always say, if you smell good, you look good.